Okay.
Hey, welcome to Wholesale Hotties, a place where ladies of real estate are chatting about real estate. I'm your host and MC, Sharon Lee Smith. We also are hosted by Zonda Molinex and Monique Bell and Angie Milanazzo. And this week I am stupid excited because we have badass boss Jen with us.
Super happy to be here. Thank you.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm a wholesale hottie, so I'm busy. What about you?
Yes. Yes, I know. Tell us all about it. So tell the audience who is it? Who are you? What do you do? What's going on in your world?
Well, what's up, everybody? I'm Badass Boss Jen. If you don't know who I am, I'm happy to meet you. I'm a real estate expert. My expertise comes into buying real estate creatively. I not only buy it, but I help people understand the financing piece about it. How does it work? Why does it work? And how do you make it work for you? So I'm excited to just guide everyone and anyone, whether you're buying a house for the first time or you just want to start really investing in real estate and you want to do it creatively, then you reach out. I actually am able to help a lot of people with traditional lending as well because I'm a nerd. If you don't know me, you'll know that quickly. I like anything to do with real estate and financing. So if you have any questions or want to know more about how the whole financing creative world works, then you reach out to me and my team and I will help you. So that's what I do. And the most important thing to know about me right now is I love creative. I've got a big goal of 150 creative deals in 1 year. So set big goals, hit them, and do it with the team because I partner with everybody. So there you go.
Woo.
That's a little bit about me.
I love it.
Love it.
I love it. So what do you got going on now? What are you working on?
Oh my gosh. So I've got everything right now. I've got a little bit of everything. So right now our main focus is finding creative deals. And so working with people in the community like Donda, and I'm probably working about 15 different people in our community that are hunting down creative deals. And the way that we look for them is long-term. So as we all know as wholesalers, there's two different ways to invest in real estate. And it's usually short-term, which is wholesaling. You get it, you give it to somebody else. And then what I generally focus on, what we're doing a lot of right now, are creative, which we're holding for a longer term. Now, this doesn't always mean 30 years, you guys. For me, I only hold for a max of 5 years. But so that's what we're focusing on is specific states that we know that people are going to need housing. So we get creative deals and then we put me, myself, and I, my team and my partners, we put homestead buyers in them, people that can't qualify anywhere else. And I get more and more passionate for this every day because I do traditional lending as well. So I'm an originator. I help people get loans. And I have a scenario right now where the borrower can't qualify. They did, now they can't. And now they have an opportunity for hopefully me to buy the property. And now they're going to lease to own from me because a stupid big bank says no. Great people, amazing. And they were told no. So we want 150 of these. And that's what I'm focusing and working on diligently right now with everybody is working with homestead buyers and getting them in and finding the houses that they want. So that's what I'm doing.
What markets are you looking for, Jen, to let the audience know?
I'm an advocate of only buying in your backyard. I have to be able to fly or walk there. So, and fly, I mean like within a few hours. So that way I know it. I was born and raised in Lake Tahoe, Squaw Valley. So I love Lake Tahoe, Northern California, Northern Nevada, which is Reno, Minden, Tahoe. So anywhere in Northern Nevada, actually the whole state of Nevada, I know very well. Northern California, and now throughout California, we're really going to help Californians. And a lot of people don't focus on there because it's really hard to be a landlord there, but we are not. We are lease optioning, so we love California. So, oh my gosh, long-winded answer. Nevada, California, Arizona, Hawaii, Utah, and Idaho are my focus points.
Love it. And long-winded is just fine. So how do you find homestead buyers?
I have an advantage. I'm a lender. So I get to tell people no all the time. And my experience of being a lender for so many years, that's my network. I have a lot of people that are loan officers, mortgage originators, branch managers. And the reality of our industry in lending and even in real estate, it's rough. It's been so hard the last few years. So I have a lot of friends that are struggling. And this gives them an option to help buyers over time. And so
Mhm.
I find my homestead buyers from my community. Not one person that I help is not a referral, a warm referral from another loan officer, from another client of mine, someone that just says, "Hey," and I'm an advocate of really getting out the alternative way of purchasing, which is creative, that no one talks about. Like, I mean, even me, I've been in this like almost 15 years, and it wasn't until a year and a half ago that I just stumbled across Pace Morby and the whole community. It's only been a year and a half. And not even that, it's been a year and 2 months, February. And I was buying businesses. And I literally was on something and here comes Pace. And I'm like, wait, what? You can really do this? Because in my world, in lending, no, you're just told, no, absolutely. You cannot. There's no other way. You can't do this. You can't. It's just no, 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 no. And
Right.
I'd already broken all those rules because I already did non-QM and private lending, but I was literally doing all this stuff and I was the only one really advocately doing it. So when I found this, I was like, oh, wait a minute. My like world stopped. And of course, like everything I do, I dived in 1,000%. Not like
Right.
50, not 65 like some people do.
Right.
And they ask like,
Not even
why should I be in this
100.
community? Yeah. And I'm like,
1,000.
if you want to be in this community and you want to make it work, go 1,000% in. Like know
Exactly.
people, help people, do what you do. And if you're just in here to have someone do it for you, it will never work. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's anywhere in life. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, if Donda has a house that she wants to sell or finance, how does she get in touch with your homestead buyers that you have handy?
You come through me. So I underwrite everyone and I also underwrite the people that want to place. So generally I'll work with, so if Donna came to me, she would reach out to me and my team on my website and say, hey, I have a house that we need a homestead buyer for. And then we would look at our other property. We would underwrite the person that's listing it, which is really odd. I guess this is getting more common, but a lot of times people are like, well, I just have it. Just give me your homestead buyer. And I said, no, because they need to make sure you're legit. And
Right.
is your creative deal done properly? Is your name really on it? Have you done all the due diligence? Because
Right.
unfortunately in this world, a lot of things I see are not done properly. So why would I place a homestead buyer that's trusting me with something that's not proper? So
Yeah.
you have to go through me. I'm like the biggest gatekeeper. And if you've worked with me, Donda has, so she knows I'm not nice. I ask for everything.
She is too.
I
She's
pretend.
a
I mean, I'm super
badass.
nice. I'm super nice. I am. I'm super nice. I don't mean it that way, but I'm strict because I'm used to dealing with lenders, and I protect lenders. That's what I do, and I protect my borrowers.
And not for
And if
nothing,
we
but
have
you
that
all
mindset,
do.
yes, that's the way it should be.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's ethical. That's moral. Honestly, you're protecting all parties. That's a good thing.
But it's rare.
Oh yes.
Well, it's rare that somebody has all the talents that you have because you're lending wholly. I mean, that brings a whole nother aspect of how you look at a deal than just somebody who typically has been taught, as myself, to fix and flip and stuff. And when you and I had discussions, it's like you're like seeing it from a whole different angle, a different perspective than I have ever, and I was like, wow. So you have added so much value to making me be a better fix and flipper and, landlord and all those things. So it's definitely a gift that you can share with people and help people make their deals success rate much better. Much higher.
What is your website, Jen?
Badassbossjen.com.
Badass. Okay.
Bossjen.com. Yeah.
Okay.
Everything I do, you can find me on socials, Badass Boss Jen, website, badassbossjen.com. I really try to make it cohesive. If you need me, Google it and you'll usually come up. When someone says they can't find my phone number, I giggle because I'm like, bro. I'm a chick and it's really hard to say like I'm hella easy. So trust me, you can find me.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they want to.
Oh, go ahead,
What's
Jen.
that?
No, go ahead. I was let you finish.
I mean, I really put energy on making sure that it's easy to find because I find, especially putting myself in that position, I've been in this a long time. I have lots of different views because I've been investing and flipping. I've been doing things, but I also know what it feels like to not know. And so that's why I really try to make people understand, like, I'm just like you. It's so easy to find, and don't hesitate to reach out because I know. And I don't, especially for women, like we hesitate.
Yes.
We're like, oh, well, should I ask this big, awesome dude that's done it so well. Like, is he going to judge me? And that thing is, and in my experience, unfortunately, yeah, sometimes they do. A lot of the times they won't. But this way you have women. Like we do a lot, and I think way more efficiently. And I'm sorry, guys, I love you, but usually the guy that's killing it and doing so well has an amazing wife. Like Angie can tell you that. Like it's usually a great partnership that makes makes it work. I mean, it's the truth, to where on the other side, I see a lot of women that are just badass women because we run the show, right? So I've dealt with that for, 30 years of my life. And so I want to advocate that to people. If you're just nervous, or if you think you don't know what you're doing, first, you probably don't. None of us really do. And number two, partner with someone that does it. I promise you, a good partner will help you succeed and lead you to the way. And I always tell people, I want you to do it better than me, so you get more deals. And just then I want to partner with you. Like the facade of I want to do it all is crazy. I'm like, I would prefer to do less. You go do you and bring it to me.
Just bring me a cut. Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm just thinking about that in every direction. I'm always like, no, let's do this together. Go find it. Bring it to me. Let's work together.
Nice.
And Jen, how long have you? Oh, go ahead, Monique.
It sounds like, Jen, you're so diverse. You have so much experience in so many different areas. I mean, you mentioned buying businesses, and you can pretty much help a beginner, a non-beginner, anybody in partnering in anything real estate or buying businesses, it sounds like, and creative financing, all of the things, by just partnering with you even, and helping them, whether it means helping them with the financing, helping them partner with a deal or buying one for you, or wholesaling to you. So many options with you. It's almost like you're jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
She's a Jill of all trades.
Right. Yeah, and I am. And that's why I like partnering with people, because if I partner with, a complete badass that buys business and we create an operation behind it, then I want that person to be the face of that. And I'm just helping them. I'm being the nerd in the background, to where like the creative is me. Like I'm the face of creative. I love buying creative deals. That's what I am the best at. And, but I have an experience in lending. So I have someone that's in front of me that is the go-to for lending, even though I'm in the background telling them what to do and how to do. So that's another good thing to partner with somebody, because I may get so much more. I'm building a massive team because I have so much experience, so I can offer experience. But then we have somebody that can relate to a different group or demographic. That's what it's about. So yes, I am. And you know what? I'm going to highlight this because I don't usually talk about it, but the last little bit I've really been wanting to share this is I've told myself for literally 20 years of being a professional and flipping houses and doing this, like, oh, everyone does this. I'm not special. This is like, just keep my mouth shut, put my head down, just do what I do, right? That's just what I do. And then I've really come to find out, like, holy moly, I really should scream from the rooftops the stuff I know, because I didn't realize, because I'm just a doer. I just, okay, like I want to buy a business. Yeah. I go buy a business. I want to go do this. I just go do it. And that, again, is really something that I need to highlight, and that I just do it. And so I tell everyone I'm so good at it because I've massively effed up. I've lost money. I've done the wrong deals. I've made the wrong flips. But I think that you really can only say that because I talk to a lot of people who have no experience, but they say that they can do everything. And I go, true experience is the pain. It's not the gain. Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, who says it the best? Oh my God, Patriots quarterback, whatever is it? Tom Brady. Yeah, he said he's been to the Super Bowl 8 times. The only 3 when he remembers, the 3 he lost. Yep. Like, wow. That's in everything we do. We're the same way. I could tell you the 15 good things today that happened, that we closed and happened, but I'm not. I'm going to tell you about that one deal that has haunted me for 24 hours, and I will learn the most lessons, and will be so horrific, but that's the only thing I remember. Nothing good today. And we just do that to ourselves. Yeah. But it makes us better.
It does. It does.
And in the partnerships, you mentioned the partnerships, so many people are afraid of that. So as you're talking about partnerships, getting partners, working as a behind the scenes partner. Tell us a little bit about what that looks like and why you're not afraid of that, and what things you could do to like help other people not mitigate through something like that.
Yeah, because like, let me pop in real quick because I've had some very, very bad partnerships.
Right.
Just for the record. So like, how do you avoid that? And why are you not afraid? Hey, come partner with me. Come partner with me. Right? Is what you're saying.
Right. And so that's a great question. And is what we do is we vet them. Come partner with me. But if you partner with me, it means that I'm the leader, right? I'm the leader of the train. I'm going to underwrite everything. I'm probably going to tell you no. Like I have a great, I'll highlight him. Gage is part of my team. He's been in sub 2 a long time. He's part of my team. And he's like, I've got all this stuff. And I keep ripping it apart and being like, nope, nope. I'm coaching on him, but he's my partner. So if he brings me something, I will be, and we make an agreement. Everyone's different, but most of the agreements are, okay, cool. You go get the deals, bring them to me. I'm a buyer. I'll buy them, but they'll be under my terms, right? And then I will show you how I'm doing it. So then he improves. And that's a partnership to me. That's someone I'm investing time with because I know he's really good. He just hasn't quite been taught exactly the correct way. He's been taught one way. I'm not saying it's a wrong way, but maybe not a successful way of really making sure that we don't get in a point. So that's a partnership to me is when you come to me, no, I'm going to be in charge. I'm going to lead the way with the expectation that hopefully after 2 or 3 experiences that will flop the deals, right? And now you take the lead and I don't want to do anything. So that the answer to the question is if you want to partner with me, you have to understand that you're coming to partner with me because you're in one of my arenas that I'm an expert in, and I'm going to be the expert for you. And then we're going to continue. I don't want to do one deal with you. I want to do 25 deals with you. So maybe 1 or 2 we do together, and then it branches off. And I vet people. Like Donda knows. I'll go through everything. I'll make sure it's on par. I go through the numbers probably 3 or 4 times. And again, like I say no a lot, and they say, but go get another one. Go get another one. Go get another one. And this is with money too. Like I love investing with people, but investing is you have to know who you're investing with, which means you have to have your JV agreement together, an LLC together. We have this list, and I can send it to anybody that wants it. Of the 10 things that we would ask each other if one of us died. Like how would it affect the business? Like they're hard questions. You have to answer them. And if you answer different than me, we're probably not good partners, right? Like if I ask you, hey, how much money did you make? And I ask this a lot because I recruit launchers. I'm like, okay, what was your production last month? And they're like, well, I'm like, nope, we're not a good partner. I live, eat, breathe, and sleep numbers. Like I know exactly what I do, when I do it, why I do it. I know why I did good. I know why I did bad. I know why everything. It comes down to a number. And that's with real estate too. Don does listen to me say 1,000 times. Numbers don't lie. There's no heart. There's no feeling. There's no attachment. Like as much as I love this property, if that number says no, bummer, it's a no. And people need that in partnerships, in real estate, and everything. They need to be able to say no.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who's
That's
puppy?
me. I
That's
think
me.
that's
I think my dog triggered your dog or something.
They're talking.
We've had like a moment of silence on that. Around a distracted dog.
yeah.
So, Jen, tell us a story about a deal gone wrong and like a lesson learned, you know?
Okay. You know what? Because this is what just happened. So let me give you a deal. Let me give you a scenario just now. That will be fantastic. Okay. So this is a deal that was brought to me by someone that really wants to learn. They came to one of my meetups and said, hey, Jen, I've got this really great deal. I want to learn how to fix and flip. So I think I've got this contact. And so this is I am like, okay, cool. Give me the deal. I underwrote the deal. I'm like, yeah, this actually looks like a really good deal. I want this deal. I want to buy it. I always start creative. So this is in my local town. I can drive. I can see it. So he brings it to me. I underwrite. I'm like, yeah, I have to go to dialysis to meet this person because I'm going to buy her house and I want to buy it creatively. She's got a mortgage on it. So I want to do, it's a hybrid. So I'm going to do a sub 2 and cash offer. So I meet her, explain everything to her in dialysis and help her out. There's like this whole plethora. I have to get a place for this other person to live. I have to move her across country. I have to do all these things to make this work. So I'm like, yep. I'll do it. So then we go through this whole train and then we get to title, we open. So now I'm going to subject to her mortgage and I'm going to give her a cash down payment. I've got elite TC on this. We're doing this whole deal. And literally it comes to closing day. All the docs are drawn and we send the closing documents to the seller. And we're like, okay, yeah, money's waiting. We're ready. she calls in a panic and she's like, this is not my name. And I'm like, what do you mean? The mortgage is in this other name. Everything's in this name. Like, she's like, well, I got remarried. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know those things. Like, I can't see that you got remarried. So that's okay. Can your husband sign? Nope, he's dead. Okay. All right. And so she's like, whatever. And I don't like any of these docs because you have the wrong name. Because at this point now she thinks I should have ESP. So long story short, is what happened is when you have somebody that owns a house and now they're married and now their spouse is dead, this is now called probate. Yeah. So now instead of closing on this deal and getting into this deal and have everything that I planned out, all my GCs, everything's ready to go because this was technically a fix and flip. I now have to go through probate. So that is a deal technically gone completely wrong. I've put so much time and effort into it. I mean, literally multiple visits to the borrower, helped her go from West Coast to East Coast to be with her family, dealt with her family. I mean, so many things. And the possibility of this happening is very slim. And if it does, it's going to be another 4, 5, 6 months. If it doesn't go into foreclosure, because they're already behind. So I think that's a really good example of what I do. Because a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, what do you do? I'm like, you do so much work here. Yeah. And then by the time you get here, like all these hours, because someone tells me all the time, like, well, is it worth it? I'm like, yeah, it's worth it. But yeah, you're putting in massive time for free. I work for free. If you feel like you're ever going to get paid for any of this crap, don't get in this business. Just don't do it. Right. Yeah. And I think that, and Angie knows, she's in real estate. Like, Angie,
yes. Oh, we all know.
I think that's what kills me is people are like, well, when do I get paid? I'm like, when I get paid. Like, bro, I haven't even got paid and I'm doing all of the work. So that is a deal kind of gone wrong, I would say, is, as much as we did right and we had 3 pieces of eyes on there, that's a deal that goes wrong. And lesson learned for that. Cool. And I broke my own rule. I got the person I met here happened to be the daughter. The mom was actually on title. I never got the mom's ID. I got the daughter's ID. I got everything's ID. I did the full loan package. You know what I didn't get? The mom's ID. And if I would have got that and I would have followed rules, I don't know if I'd be in this position. But then again, I don't know because everything is in her maiden name. So, or her first married. Because we already had to get one death certificate. 30 days of waiting for one death certificate for a first husband that died. Yep. And now this is another husband. But anyway, so that's a deal that, and that's a normal deal for me. Like, okay, we're going to go creative. We're going to give you cash and we're going to help you. How do I help you? Those are the lot of deals I do. And so, I mean, I think that's 3 months in, like, and now it's just like, okay, we got a holding pattern.
And you still can possibly close it, but probate takes so much longer.
Right. It can take up to 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, situation, it can take a long, long time.
Yeah, it's and probate all depends on the person that's in probate. If you're in probate and you're a go-getter, you can facilitate, because you answer the questions, you do what the court tells you. Cool. This is taking me so long because you can't really get anything from anybody. So yeah, like now that's what
takes the longest.
Yeah, and now the court has to deal with somebody, and I'm like, yikes. Yep. So then we just pivot, so we have to do, like, I never lose anyone. Like, even if it's a no, it still will be okay. Well, we'll still reach out. How do we help? I mean, I'm not going to let it go. I just know, okay, well, I have to pivot. We have to get another deal. We have to do something else now. This one's now going to shift over to another team member of mine, and they're just going to, call and check in and do what they do. But yeah, so that's a deal that went bad.
Nice. Still in progress, kind of.
Yeah. I think Tim Irwin had a question on there. Are you able to see that question?
Yeah, I was going to answer it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so Tim says, elaborate on my buy box. Both F&F sub 2 deals. I don't know what F&F, Tim. List.
Fix and flip.
What's F&F? Fix and flip. Okay.
Yeah, fix and flip.
Sub 2 deals. You listed 150 to 2 million. Does this mean you want both sub 2 and fix and flip properties up to 2 million in all areas? Okay. So fix and flip for me. So those are 2 different worlds for me. Okay. I don't like, if I buy a fix and flip sub 2, then that's a fix and flip world, right? So fix and flip is a totally different world from my subject to creative. So my sub 250 goal is long-term wealth. That is helping homestead buyers. That is a completely different, and that's truly what my buy box is for my sub 2. My buy box would be less than 10% down. It doesn't have to cash flow. I can send you my buy box, Tim. subject to creative is amazing. If you can find it, I will buy it under 10% down. I love them. I make all my money on the back end. It's not a wrap. I get that all the time. This is not
I
a
was
wrap.
just going to ask you that. Do you wrap them?
Yeah, I don't wrap them. Like, so they don't have to be cash flowing to me. I literally give my homestead buyer the payment. Like if that payment is, a 5.75 and here, well, that's a lie. We always add a $200 on it because of tax insurance to increase whatever their term is. So we tell them this is this for your escrow. And I do keep it in escrow. Like it's their money. But I'm not wrapping it in any sense. They get what I get, but they also do know, depending on the spread, it will be, my minimum is a $50,000 second note on the back or more. If I've got more spread, so when they do want to have to elect to take their lease option, the minimum will be 50,000. And if there's more to take, I will say, okay, there's a 100,000 note, there's a 200,000 note. So I do, Tim, I work in $1 and $2 million properties. If I get that property for a very good deal, which a lot of us can do in wholesale, and I'm going to give homestead buyer that option, and I have 800 grand in equity just from day one, guess what I'm going to take on the back end when they sell it? $800,000, right? That's going to be my second. So that is something for me when we're doing those that I will structure out, but that's nothing in my buy box. My buy box is, it doesn't need cash flow. I love solar. Is it in a metro area? How are you going to get a homestead buyer if it's in BFE, you guys? Like, that's really hard for me. I'm like, come on, would you live here? I always tell people when they bring me deals, I'm like, would you live here? Like, no. I'm like, no one else will too.
Yeah.
Like, you just spent 2 weeks trying to find this deal or getting this deal and talking to this person, and you're crazy.
Yeah.
And then fix and flip, you guys, I have a minimum of 100K I make on them. I'm very stingy because it's not my main focus. So if I make $100,000 on a fixed flip, I'll do them all day long, which means it's got to be a really good deal. And this is a key piece, because that people are like, well, why would I partner with you? I'm like, because you'll make 50 grand and I have all the money. So I usually will do a split 50-50, depending on your experience. So that's why it's also so high. Like I have to make a minimum of $100,000. And so fix and flips, like if you can underwrite and be like, oh yeah, I can make 50 grand. Most fix and flips you guys nowadays, you find maybe 50 grand, maybe 40 grand. If you're seeing that, it's probably 20 or 30. And I'm telling you guys, don't do it. It's so much work. If you've ever fixed and flip, they're so, Donda knows.
Oh yeah.
So much work.
And I think I hate them. Oh yes.
Yeah. They seem so pretty on the exterior. HGTV makes them look fucking awesome.
Sorry. It's not so much work. For what? 20 G's? I could wholesale it for 20 G's. Why am I gonna do all this nonsense?
Yes, up to 2 million, Nevada, Arizona, Hawaii for sub 2. I will buy up to 2 million.
Hawaii?
Tim just asked that. Hawaii. I love Hawaii.
Nice.
I love all the locals there. I love to be able to I love to find locals. And locals to me are people that live, eat, work there. Okay. So, because people are like, oh, I mean, like if you work there and your life is there, because I have a lot of friends. One of my best friends lived in Maui. He was a captain. He got his dive master there. Like he lived there for 10 years. He met his wife there. That's a local to me. You live, eat, and breathe there. You're local. Let me help you find a place to live there. They should. So yeah, I love all the islands. I think that they're a magical place. I think there's such amazing energy there. And I couldn't say enough about it. I think I don't cry very often. When Maui was on fire, I legitimately cried. I was like, there's so much history and soul. And I've been there so many times. I love that place. I love it. I would protect it. I'm like a mama bear over it.
That makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, it is beautiful. I agree with you, Jen.
So
yeah, I will buy them all there. I'll buy everything. I love it.
Nice. So what can we help you with anything, Jen?
The biggest help for me, you guys, is I'm growing my team right now. So we have a lot of influx. And so growing is always the best to do, but it's also challenging. You always want to be able to have a team to grow with you. And so I'm always telling people, as much as I want you to partner, I also want to see people like, who wants to work? Like a partner to me is someone, do you want to work? Do you want to be a part of this? Do you want to help me? And it's simple things. We have great people in this community. Like, are you an operator? I need an operator. I run 5 businesses, right? And I have operators, but now that operator needs an operator and that operator needs an assistant. So I think the best and most essential item to help me is always, just come to me, see how we can either partner in business or in work together. Like, would you like to work? Do you want to know? And are you good at what you do? I know it sounds mean, but you have to actually be good at what you do. I get a lot of people like, I have no idea. I'm like, that's awesome. Then we should partner on a deal. We'll find a deal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But if you want to help me work, let's work. I mean, we'll work all day, every day. And I do, unfortunately.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have so many people that are coming to me. Oh, can I work for you? Sure. What do you know? I'm here to learn. Oh, great. So you're not working for me. I'm training you. That's a totally different thing. That doesn't help.
It really is. And I know that's hard.
Pay for my mentorship. That would be what you can do. Yeah.
And people miss that. Like, I love to help people, but I can't, like, it's once I get enough help in here that are really helping and making, because if I make money, they make money. And then, I mean, my favorite thing to do is help. Yeah. I would love to walk around and help people all day, but the team and the clients, I'm just a client exception. Like, my clients and my borrowers are number one. Nothing else matters. I tell this to my team all the time. I go, you guys, I don't care if you have the answer, reply back and say, thank you so much. We're still working on getting you a proper answer. Talk to them. My clients have to be number one. And clients, you guys, in our world and everything is the seller, the buyer, the agent. Be nice. Cause I mean, they're used to dealing with complete a-holes. They just are. It's just the nature of the beast. So treat them well, be honest, and then there's success always.
And why don't you wrap your deals?
Because it just isn't my focus. My focus is to get the deal as off as it is. So most of them aren't.
Do you sell them the subject to deal?
No, I'm going to hold the sub 2 day deal. So I'll hold it. It's my buy and hold for.
Okay, I thought you were finding end buyers. Okay.
Yeah. So these are it's a lease to own. So my homesteaders are lease to own. They just can't buy yet. So then I will sell the whole thing to them. I won't even wrap it. I'll sell it.
Okay.
Right. And then that's a lie. I probably would wrap one or two of them.
To own and 5-year balloon or something like that.
Yeah, I don't hold all these. Here's my system. Okay, this is what I do. I go out and get 150 deals for this year and next year. I'm gonna do it for 3 years straight. Once I hit October of this year, I'll start liquidating some of the 150 I have. So my goal is get 150 by October. And then when this October 2025 hits, I'm going to liquidate a minimum of 75, which means I'm going to sell them. And then I'm going to sell them. And all those ones will be about $50,000 notes, right? So I'll still have 75. I will liquidate 75 of the first 150 I got. And this is the thing people need to think about because I'm a numbers nerd. So if I have 150 deals and I'm going to liquidate or sell 50 of them, and I only have 50 grand on each one of those, 50 times 75 is 3.2 million. Do you understand why I do what I'm doing? Okay. Now I have all those assets to put into more things. So within 1 year, my goal is to make a few $1,000,000. So now I can buy more businesses because my thing is I just want to buy more stuff. I want to buy more electrical companies. I want to buy more big things that people can work for because they need to, the trades are my passion and they're dying. We need it. But the only way I can make that happen is to buy the businesses and then pull in my operators and make them operate and then buy more of them and pull them into one. So that's my end goal with my subject too. That's why it's so weird. Except for, I mean, Angie, Pace called this the after party. Like when he started that months ago, I was like, I've already been doing this. This is so cool.
Oh yeah.
And it's got my own twist on it, but that's all it is 3 years max. And of course I'm going to time the market because we don't ever know. If it's sooner than that, then yes, as many as I have, we'll liquidate half. And it's just to get that big roll to put into other things. And then I'm probably going to hold that 75 because I want them to appreciate them. I need them because I'm going to be making money. But the whole goal is to make more money to put it back in. What else can I buy with all this money?
Yeah. When you liquidate, are you selling to the person with that lease option, or are you selling the note on like a note platform, or how are you doing that?
No, I'm selling to the lease option if they elect it, or I'm putting it on the market. So this would be a true buy and sell. Yeah. So I literally, I hope that the lease option, I hope they take it. But I think it's the ratios, when you look at the numbers statistically, it's like 70% maybe elect to take their lease option, which is great because there's no way, even after 1 year, 50 grand, I'd make more money because I'm already getting a good deal on the property. So I tell them, even when we close, I hope you don't. I hope you mess up. I tell it to everyone because I subject to a lot of properties I personally buy because I have great rates. So I'm like, I have an amazing rate. Let me subject to this. So, but then I tell my people, I'm like, I want you to fail because I have an acceleration clause. If you don't pay me on my mortgage, I will take the house back. It's real simple. Like, so please don't fail. Tell me if you're going to fail and we'll work together. But if not, I'll take your stuff. Like, if we would just make it that simple, people wouldn't fail because they're like, oh man, I can't fail. Or, oh shoot, Jen, I failed. Okay, cool. That's fine. Vacate. All right, cool. Then there's no hurt feelings again.
Yeah, Jen, you also, with your people that you're trying to help get into buy these homes, you are creating a little program too, right? Your team's going to be able to somehow reach out and help them with their credit issues if they have those. Is that correct?
Yeah, a lot of the homestead buyers I put in there, they just don't have good credit. And that's a lie. They just don't have credit. Like, I work with a lot of self-employed buyers and they're like, I hate credit. I hate debt. And because they've been taught to do it that way, right? Especially in the trades, they're older gentlemen and they are told don't do it. And now we're punishing them. No, you cannot get a standalone if you have a low score. You only have one credit card. Oh my gosh, you're a horrible person. And so that to me is like, okay, that's horrible. You're actually a phenomenal. But let me show you a way to, because we have to play the game. This is what I tell everybody. I'm like, you have to play a game. It's a game. That's all it is. So let me get you in your house of your dreams. You can be here, but I want you to play the game. So let me help you with your credit to get that stupid score that they want. And then is all it is to get so you have to spend 2 years with me, 24 months. Sometimes it's less. And then we can get you into a standard loan. So yeah, I'm going to help them. And I truly want to help them. And I want to help them in a way that they don't feel that what they've done is wrong, because it's not wrong. It's the best business you could ever have. You deal only in cash and you have no debt. You're amazing. But unfortunately, 90% of our world, that won't buy you anything. You can't get a business, you can't get a car, and you can't get a house, which is about, and honestly, you can't even get private or hard money because I'm going to look at your credit too. So it's just a good conversation. So yes, I already do that. I've been doing that for 15 years. I've been guiding people and telling them, okay, let's just get into this. Let's figure it out and let my team and I help you do the minimal things. And they're so simple, you guys. They're so easy. You can self-report your utilities. You don't have to have debt. And then you do have to have a debt. Most of these people are business owners and they should be having their business debt anyway. So, but they can't get business credit without personal. So then we just say, okay, this is going to help your business. We're going to help you with this credit card. It's going to automatically come out of here. We're going to make it so effortless, and the big fear for them is, well, I don't want anyone to have my bank account. I know, we're going to open a separate one. We're going to keep $100 in it. And your Spectrum internet bill of $50 a month is going to come out of this. You won't think about it. It will get you an 800 credit score and it will help build your business because your business is going to be tied to that too. And now we're going to build your business. And it's not complicated. Like when I'm doing business credit, it's complicated. And I'm like, why is this so hard? Because everyone makes it hard, right? And it shouldn't be hard. So we help people with that right now because you should do that. And they should have an advantage.
Yeah, those are some great tips. I mean, do you have something where they could go to and look at the tips if somebody just right now is looking to improve their credit score?
That's a great idea. I'll put that on my website.
And
I have
a business credit too. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yes. I'll tell you the 5 key things for business credit that will help. I'll put that on my website. I'll get my team to update my website because, yeah, I mean, they're great tools and they're obtainable tools, like things that, no, you don't have to go do these massive things, and no, don't get in debt. And because that's, credit cards are debt. That's what they are. A credit card is a debt. No getting around it. You should never spend unless you have the money. That's how I've always lived my whole life. I don't it sounds pretty. It's not perfect, but you only use, if your bank account has $50, you got $50. I don't care how many credit cards you have $50. So That's all we have to do is make sure we're teaching and coaching that. And we do.
But those credit cards help build, even though don't use it unless you have $50 to spend it, but you building that credit up requires to have that credit card on the side.
It is, but it depends on what credit card you get. So, I mean, credit card is a big thing. Like people are lost in that. Well, what credit card do I get?
Oh, yeah.
And if you're going to go down that road kicking and screaming, because most people don't even want to, then I want to give them so many advantages. You need this credit card because this will actually help you get to business. And this will be here. Don't get any credit card, get this credit card. And it's always like, oh, Jen, they want to charge me, a processing fee. And this credit card's 33% a month. I'm like, yeah, it is. But guess what? You don't carry balance. So it makes I don't care what the rate is because you're not carrying a balance. If you carry balance, that's going to suck. Don't carry balance. Period. End of story, right? And then, balances. If you go and apply for a credit card and you only want a $500 balance, and that's what you say, I only want $500, they will give it to you. The problem is people are like, I want 5,000, I want 10,000. No, you don't. You want $500 because you're only going to use it for one thing and you're going to pay it off every month. Because again, it's just an algorithm. It's a mathematical equation. You guys, and I sucked at math, and I have a 13-year-old in middle school and he hates math. So when I tell people I'm a nerd, it's simple math and I'm nerd at. Don't think this is complicated. It's literally like 1 + 1 = 2.
Right.
And that's all that this is. But that's what you have to determine. It gets paid, it automatically, and you cannot pay your bills right away. There's another thing people don't understand. Well, Jen, I put that bill and I went on my bank and I paid it right away. I'm like, well, you didn't give it enough time to report. So it's useless. You've spent a year doing nothing. How does that feel? People don't know that. You have to let it report. You have to give it a cycle. You pay on your statement date, you won't get any finance charges. You have to wait till it hits the credit. And so that's like the smallest thing I talk to people about. And they're like, I had no idea. My loan officer just told me all I had to do was get a credit card and use it and pay it. And so literally they'd go to AM PM, buy a soda, run home and pay $2. That was like the system. And it doesn't work.
Instead of waiting for that statement date and pay it on the statement date.
You have to pay on your statement date and you have to pay the statement in full. Now, like you would have already put another $50 on it, but your statements, so your balance is 100, but your statement's only 50. Pay statement. Your interest accrues on the balance that you owe. So it's $50. Pay $50. You have zero interest. It's cake. I love this. This is a big like city credit card with Costco. So I tell people that's a credit card I choose to use for my personal, for like my family, my food. I've got 2 boys. We do a lot of stuff. So I use City. The reason I do this, you guys, is I pay my balance every month. So I pay zero interest. And Costco gives me credit. So I literally make almost $4,000 a year off Costco. Costco pays me to use their credit card. That's the kind of credit card you need. Now it's harder to get. I'm older, so I have way more credit and I'm good at this. So you probably won't start with that one.
Older.
You know what? I take mortgage applications, you guys. I am. I just took an application. I don't want to even tell you the year that they were born. So I was like,
my daughter's birthday.
I thought 1980 was young.
Girl, I know. Today's my daughter's birthday. She's 23 today. So I feel very, very old today.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm always going to be young at heart. I still go into a room. I'm like, where are the adults? I'm like, yeah. Okay. But yeah, I mean, that's the truth of the matter. It's like you need time. Time is your best person, and time goes by fast. And I never thought that, but really now, like it goes so fast. So just give it time, be patient. That's another pace Morby thing that I have had a hard time learning, but I'm doing really good at it. Patience.
Yeah, Jared, because you're so quick. You're like,
I know.
That's how I am.
I know. I think, yeah, we're all there.
I think we all want it done yesterday, right? We're all badass boss, right? And we want to go and see the result of our efforts and ambitions. And yeah, we want to get done.
It's hard because I think every lady in here can see it. We can see 5 steps already down. What we're doing right now, we can already see the 5th step. We're like, okay, well, we know this is going to happen. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3.
What do you mean I still have to do all these things? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I'm like, I gave this to you yesterday. Why aren't you done? Jen,
exactly.
like, oh yeah.
Thank you. Right.
Yeah. And so, but that's a gift. And that's something that I think no one in our group really gives ourselves credit for. Like I give myself gratitude. Thank you for the gift of moving fast and thinking quickly. It's a gift, but be appreciative and grateful of others that aren't at my speed. I have to tell myself every day, grateful. It's my brother's birthday today too. So your daughter and my brother have the same birthday. Yeah. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
What's his name?
Tony Evans.
Well,
it's his birthday
Caroline, and happy birthday, Tony.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. My son's name is Tony.
He's my hero. Your son's name, Tony?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Antonio, but we call him Tony.
Yeah, his name's Anthony. We call him Tony.
My brother's
he's my hero.
Anthony.
He's the shiznizzle. He's younger than me, and he's, I look up to him every day. Like he has the qualities that I don't. Like we're exactly the same, but completely opposite. It's really, it's a gift. I'm grateful for him.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's next for you? What's in your immediate future vision?
My next is my passion. I'm a nerd and I've finally embraced that. And so I am doing lots of speaking events. So we're going to be doing a meetup speaking event at Squad Up Summit. And we're going to be doing a great event in 2 months after that. So every 2 months and lots of in between, and be on a stage. And I want to encourage more badass women to start investing and making money on their money and telling them that we are all here to do it together. And not just women, men as well. Like, I love that if you are a go-getter, and I want to share that with everybody. So that's next on my list, is to really emphasize how important it is that I'm sharing my knowledge and expertise and telling people that they should be up here doing it with me. So I'm super excited. I'm so excited for Squad Up because we'll have this big meetup. I'm doing it with Elite TC, and we're doing a joint meetup so we can really just, share everyone that's new to our community and those that are in it, why we're in it. Why do we spend the time and money to be here? And who can we work with that's in here? And that is the essential part of the amazing community that we're in. Is we're a community, and there is none like it. I've been in lending and real estate. I mean, Angie can say the same thing. I've been to President's Club every year of my career. I've been around every event that you can think of. Nothing is like this community where you can actually go in and feel like, oh my gosh, I can work with these people. I can hang out with these people. They're going to actually help me. Like, oh my gosh. And they're not going to steal my deals. And I mean, I'm sure there's exceptions to the rule. I mean, we've all had them, but for the most part, I am so excited to go to Squad Up and share that this is a real deal. And hopefully I have a lot of people that I invited that are going to really be able to see that and join something great.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Jen, are you still coming this month, February 25th, to do a live event here in the Phoenix area?
I'm going there on Monday with Pace's Business Buying. We're doing an owners club thing on Monday, and then I'm going to get the venue, for the 25th. So when I'm there, my team told me to slow down just a teeny bit.
I don't know why. Why would you want to do that?
I know. We implemented a new CRM, and then I broke the CRM. And now all they're trying to do is get the CRM working again, just to do our replies and our follow-ups. And so right now everything's on me because I didn't break it. They said I broke it, but I highly doubt it. Because I tell people, I'm like, I don't ever go in that thing. Like, that's your guys' job. They'd be like, did you see this? I'm like, no, I don't. Like, that's your job. Someone told me to put go high level on my phone because that's what I use. And I said, go F yourself. Like, literally, you guys, that stuff is a job. Like, I'm so smart on real estate and sub-2 and lending. And then you put me in a CRM with a funnel and this and this and this. I'm like, could I figure this out? For sure. But I want to vomit. Like, I opened up and I'm like,
yes. Yes. Thank you. Yes.
Like, my mind is not built for that. It's not. Yeah. It's just not. And then this girl I have working on, she's like, and I built you this, and you have this, and all you have to do is go in here and tell Chat GPT to do this. I'm like, that's so cool. I'm not doing it. Figure out how to do it. I'm not doing it. Like, you do it.
That's your job.
Literally,
that's why I hired you. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, but she's like, oh, and that's her brain. I'm like, you don't understand. This not me. Yeah. Yes, can I? And that was a previous life. Could I do it? Yeah, but no, I don't want to. Someone sends me a text message this long, and you know what I read? 2 words, and I'm like, okay, I'm moving on.
Oh, good. I'll shorten my text from now on.
Yeah, right.
That is the honest truth, Dawn. I'll tell you, I read 2 words and I will call you. Okay. I literally I wish I could share my phone. Like, right now I have in the 51 minutes we've been on here, we have 23 missed calls and 18 text messages.
Oh, damn. Yeah. So send you a voice text then, right?
I love voice text. I love it. I had a borrower's girlfriend that's not on the loan yelling at me via text, like page longs. And because I wasn't talking to her. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry because you told me you didn't want to be a part of it. So I apologize. Like, that's rude. I really didn't think that I didn't think I was supposed to. So then I did it. I'm like, and I'm going to voice text you now too, because I want you to hear that I'm actually really enthused and I'm sorry. And so this is what we're going to do from this point forward. Because words weren't good enough. And that happens. Like, I respect her. She was literally hurt by the fact I wasn't reaching out, but I had the correspondence she didn't want me to. But anyways, like, I really feel for that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I talk to everybody. I never shut up. So I'm sorry. Want me to talk?
That's why she talks so fast too. She's got so much to do. She keeps her busy. She's got to reach out to everybody.
I've had so many coaches, Jen, slow down. Jen, slow down. And so when I'm talking to a client, if they're older, I'll slow down. But man, that's a task. Like that's a daily, what do they call it? It's a virtue. Focusing on slowing down is like literally something you have to work on every day. Slow down.
Slow, mellow.
I work on it.
Yeah.
Imperfectly perfect. That's what I always tell people.
I love it. Oh, I love that. That's awesome.
So what about you ladies? So what is going on with this world? Is there anything I can do to help you guys and serve you? I mean, I know you guys are doing amazing things.
Well, you've been helping me tremendously, Jen, and I just wanted to share that with everybody. You guys, she does what she says. We broke down a couple of our properties and kind of went through and figured out structures on how to correct some things that we we miscalculated on a few things and stuff. So she's very creative. She is a great problem solver, and because she does have all these years of experience and knowledge. So she is definitely somebody to work with. Brought her a sub-2 deal that we're working on together to get that going here hopefully soon, and just partner up with her in different ways and bring value to her to reach her goals. So if you guys, I mean, she's phenomenal. I'm just so blessed to have met you, Jen. Thank you.
No, thank you. It's awesome.
Now I'm going to have to send you some deals now that I know where.
Yes, of course. You know, Angie, I know you've got them. I love them. I'll expand to Colorado soon. I've got some really good people I know up there that are, I used to go there every year and visit a few lenders on the lending side. So it's amazing, but I can't get there quickly. So yeah, let's talk.
Well, we're having a ski trip for sub-2. I don't know if it's too soon. It's March 13th through 15th, I think.
When?
It's on the sub-2 page.
I'll look at it.
March.
Okay.
In Keystone. It's a 13,000 square foot home that we're all staying in.
That looks awesome. Yeah.
Well, geez, next I'll have to put one on there because I own a house in Tahoe. We should go. We can go Heavenly or Squaw or Rose. We could do like a threefer.
Yeah.
You know, I was just talking to a client of mine that I helped her buy a house in California, and she's in France right now. I'm like, bro, she's a girl. She's a big snowboarder. I'm like, you're missing the snow. She's like, Jen, it's snowing in France. I'm like, okay, you win. You're way cool.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to Chicago or Illinois to see Nita for her workshop.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, I think that one in March. There's one in, I'm going to San Diego to Sarah's creative one. I think that's at the same time as your ski trip. I'll double check, but I'm super excited to see her in Southern California because that's big, big for her, stepping out and doing her first. So I'm super excited.
Awesome.
She's amazing.
She is. She's amazing. And her knowledge is like when she talks, I'm like, okay, like I get it, but I don't get it. So break it down more. Like the businesses that she does and what she does. I'm like, you're just totally different world than me. In her mind, she's like, I don't get anything you're saying. I'm like, good, because I don't got you either. I don't understand. I roomed with her on the first squat up I did. She doesn't stop. Like, I think I had energy, and I'm literally like, I have to go to bed. Like, you were crazy. You're so much energy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then Donda, I think I roomed with you the next time. Like, okay, so just so you know, I like to sleep. Like, pace wears me out. I do everything all day, and I go to my room and I pass out because I'm like worn out. People that like these events are legit.
Perfect. Yep, perfect roommate with Jen. We both were like,
yeah,
we talk a little bit, but we were both like, all right, it's about time to sleep.
Yeah,
it worked out perfect. I'm like, yeah, I've got that.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
and I only need 5 hours. Like you guys, I don't need that much, but the squat up and summits, there's so much intake at these events that I'm just like so over like stimulated, and I'm just like, which way do I go? That my whole body's like, okay, just rest,
just shut down.
So cool. Nothing like it. So cool.
Plus, she sneaks the gym in every day too.
Yeah.
I love it. It's my zen.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, we're wrapping up at the top of the hour.
Okay.
Other than at Badass Boss Jen, how else can people reach you? Is it just your website, or do you have a phone number?
Website? Yeah, my website is the best. We have a team that checks it. You can get me at badassbossjen@gmail.com for you Gmail people. We created Gmail for you guys because you guys didn't like one Microsoft Office. If you're a Microsoft Office person, it's Jen at Badass Boss Jen. So you can email me, and that's all on my website too. All the web emails are on there. My cell phone number, you guys can text me all you guys want. 775-870-2221. It's on my website. So and then my text messages, they feed to another. I have two phones in front of me. They feed to a business phone. So if I'm doing stuff like this, then my team will reply back and let you know that I'm in a meeting, and they'll get back to you. And then that way I always tell people, my team knows to ask, tell me what I can do to help you. Like if you text me, just say, hey, Jen, I'm in Texas and I've got deals. Can we partner? Because then that's an easy answer. I can say, hey, we don't buy in Texas right now. And so I'm probably not your buyer. Like that could be pretty easy because I don't buy in Texas. So I always tell people, and I think this is a good advice for everyone, when you're reaching out to someone, let them know like the details. What do you really need help with? And then we can instantly tell you I'm your person or not. So that way we don't take your time too.
Awesome. Anything else for Jen, ladies, before we sign off?
You are so awesome, Jen. I'm so glad you came on and that you shared so much great stuff, especially the credit stuff. I think that people haven't heard about or know what to do. And you just gave just gold today for them. And we appreciate you coming on today and speaking to everybody and sharing your knowledge and your expertise. It was so phenomenal. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you, Jen.
100%.
Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful to be here. And Andrea, I think this is the quietest I've ever heard you. So
It's so hard.
She's not wearing pink.
Soaking it all in, Jen.
But you never heard me talk like this, though.
That's right. Have a good night.
that will forever be my favorite. Don't worry, Angie.
Good
That
night, everyone.
Stay on, Jen.
Good
We're going to talk to
night,
you.
everybody.
Oh, that was good.
Yay!